To make a granny square bandana, we're going to need a tapestry needle, a pair of scissors. I'm using a weight 3 yarn. You can use whatever weight you like. This pattern is very flexible. And I'm using a 5mm hook. I suggest using a hook that's bigger than the recommended hook size so that it will be more light and flowy. To start the bandana, I'm going to take my yarn and create a magic ring. After the magic ring, I'm going to chain 2, and that's going to act as a first double crochet. Then going to chain 1, and that's going to be a chain 1 space. Now 3 double crochets into the magic ring. After the 3 double crochets, we're going to be creating the first point, and that's going to be a chain 3. You can go ahead and tighten up your ring. Not too much, but just a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 3 more double crochets into the magic ring. Now chain 1 for a chain 1 space, and we're going to end it with a double crochet. And this is the beginning point of the bandana. You can go ahead and close the magic ring all the way. And this is how we start the second row. Chain 2. We're going to turn the project, chain 1, and double crochet 3 times into this chain 1 space from before. We're then going to chain 1. We're going to double crochet 3 times into this chain 3 space, chain 3, and then double crochet another 3 times, all into this chain 3 space. So 3 double crochets. Chain 3. And 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, double crochet 3 times into this chain 1 space over here. We're then going to chain 1 and double crochet 1 more time into that same chain 1 space. And that is row 2 of the bandana. Row 3, chain 2, flip the project, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and then double crochet 3 times, chain 3, and another 3 double crochets all into this chain 3 space. Chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and on every end in that last chain 1 space we double crochet 3, chain 1, and then 1 more double crochet. So double crochet 3 times, chain 1, and double crochet into the same chain 1 space. And that is our 3rd row. I'll go on until the 4th row, and then afterwards you just repeat the same pattern until you have the length of bandana that you like. I usually go for about 8 or so rows. It depends on the length that you want, really. Chain 2, flip project, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet 3 times, chain 3, and then another 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space. So 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 more double crochets, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet 3 times into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and at the end, in every last chain 1 space, double crochet 3, chain 1, and then 1 more double crochet. So double crochet 3 times, chain 1, double crochet 1 more time. And repeat this row until you have the length that is desired. I will meet you after my 8th row. I have now finished my rows. I ended up doing 10 rows instead of 8 rows. I forgot how this yarn works up because it is a weight 3. Now what we're going to be working on is we're going to be creating a border that's going to lead to starting the straps for the bandana. We ended right here with 1 last double crochet right there. I'm going to chain 1, flip the project, and I'm going to single crochet into the top of every double crochet. So single, and then that first chain 1 space, single crochet into there. So single crochet into the top of every double crochet and single crochet into the chain 1 spaces till you reach the tip of the bandana. I've now single crocheted all along this side, a single crochet into each top of each double crochet and a single crochet in each chain 1 space. Now that I'm at the tip with the chain 3 space, I'm going to be doing 3 single crochets into the chain 3 space. And we're going to be continuing single crochet into the top of each 3 double crochets and single crochet into the chain 1 space, and I'll meet you right here where we start our strap at. I'm now reaching the end of my border. I'm going to single crochet into the chain 1 space, and then I'm going to single crochet through the second chain of this chain 2. Now we're going to be starting our straps. I'm going to be chaining 30 for each side of the strap. You can chain more if you want it longer. I prefer mine decently short, but the longer the better so that you have multiple wear options. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 30. I've now finished my chain 30. I think I'm actually going to chain 5 more and make it 35. Alright, so I've got a chain 35, so now I'm going to be doing a chain of 35 on each side of the bandana to tie up with. To end this, I'm going to go ahead, take my scissors, and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to leave a pretty good tail, and I'm going to pull this through, but don't pull through tight because you want to keep those loops for the chain. Now we're going to chain onto the other side of the bandana to create the strap. I'm going to go ahead and create a slip knot so that I've got my loop right there. I'm going to try and find the side that chain 1 before we did that first single crochet. So I'm going to work it into the side right here. I'm going to pull the loop through. And now I'm going to begin chaining, and I'm going to chain 35 just like I did on my other side. Alrighty, I've now chained 35 for my strap. Now we're going to be working back along the strap, along the bottom of the bandana to the other strap. We're going to chain one. That chain one doesn't count as anything, and we're going to turn the chain. So now we're looking at the back of it. We're going to skip that chain one that we just created right there, and we're going to single crochet into that second chain. We're going to continue single crocheting all the way across the chain. I've now finished single crocheting along my first strap. Before we move on, single crocheting across here, I'm going to go ahead and tie down the middle where we started the project at. I just create a knot, and I try and put it as close to the base as possible. And then I'm going to take another crochet hook, and I'm just going to find somewhere that I can fasten it down to make sure it doesn't come undone. To fasten down, I chain two and then pull it all the way through and pull it tight. And now as I single crochet all the way across here for the straps and the continuing of the border, I'm going to single crochet over this to tuck it in. What we're going to be doing, since right here we have our double crochet and or chain two that we counted as a double crochet, I'm going to be single crocheting, let's see, 1, 2, I'm going to single crochet 3 times so that it looks like it has a good amount of coverage. So I'm going to be single crocheting 3 times over each double crochet slash chain 2 that we counted as a double crochet. So single crochet into each 3 times all the way across. I've now finished doing the bottom border in all 3 single crochets, and then we're going to continue doing the single crochets along the back of the chain for the strap. I'm now reaching the end of the chain for the strap. I've got 1 loop left right here. Single crochet, and now I'm going to fasten it off by chaining 2. and cutting it, and then pulling it through and pulling tight. With these two ends right here, what I do is I go ahead and I knot them together 2 times. I'll do a 3rd just for safe measure. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut those off. And then I'm going to take my tapestry needle for when we attach the strap right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and weave in that end under these single crochets. And I'm going to cut off the extra. And there is the bandana. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.